Hello there. Thank you for staying with us. Welcome to Face Off. I am Nel Taigbe. We'll begin with that incident that occurred in Abuja and in Moody, where bomb explosions occurred and we lost some lives. Confirmed in Abuja, about 21 people were said to be dead, and still is an investigation scene. And as the police bureau said, it's already cordoned off, and those that are behind this will be brought to book. But back here on Face Off, we're looking at something that's of a lot of interest to a lot of Nigerians. Now, it came out as though it was just one of those sounds that you wonder, where is it coming from? That's the rise of the entertainment industry in Nigeria. Now, way back in the 60s, it was as though it rose with some names that if I could just remember a few of them, Victor Wifo, Osita Osadebe, Oliver de Coke, then you came on to King Sunny Ade, and just to mention a few people, from the 60s, it rose. And even before the 60s, there were some prominent names in the entertainment industry. Now, at a certain point, it was as if there was a decline. There was someone says there was no depth. Then suddenly out of the blues, it began to rise again. And it came up, taking grip of everybody. And everybody began to wonder where are they coming from. We began to hear names like Sunny Neji. We began to hear of the Nollywood industry, living in bondage. Movies began to come out. And everybody began to wonder, what is happening? Is this for real? Is it going to stay? How long would it last? Well, so far, the industry has a potential to harness the power of the youth. And indeed, it's been doing that in the music industry, the movie industry, even the comedy industry. It's been awesome with army of young people gainfully employed these days. Millions of people are said to be employed in the Nollywood industry. First, now, current estimates puts its annual revenue, as in the entertainment industry, at about $590 million. That's what happened in Nigeria. The sector is job rich. It's now reputed to be the second highest employer of labor in Nigeria after agriculture. I said earlier that Nollywood is believed to be employing about 1 million people, and I stand to be corrected. Around Africa, Europe, America, Nollywood actors, Nigerian musicians, comedians are all over the world. They are the toast of any occasion. But then, there is this school of thought that believes that what has been is so much different from what is now. That what is now has no depth. And instead, what you find is that the influence they have on the society is such that it's a downward trend. Is it true? Is the entertainment industry a plus or a minus? The impact on the society, on the youth, on family, on morals, on ethics, plus or minus. These are some of the things we'll be looking at today. Incidentally, my two guests are players in the entertainment industry. Okay, let me introduce them. Mr. Victor Hai is a social commentator, but he is also a player in the entertainment industry. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
On this other side is Osage Alonge, who is an entertainment journalist. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
All right, gentlemen, you have the next few seconds to state your stand and keep it short and sharp so we could tell the audience how they can be a part of the conversation. And I begin with you.
Okay. If we look at what has happened in the industry in recent times, it does appear as if there's a lot to celebrate with the rebasing of the nation's GDP and the entertainment industry contributed significantly to it. And the fact that, it's been celebrated and hyped that Nollywood is the second biggest industry in the world, and our musicians being everywhere, all over the place. But the thing to ask is, what impact has this made, to the society generally? If indeed the entertainment industry has contributed significantly, you want to ask yourself, for instance, let's look at taxes, for instance. How much tax has the industry contributed to Nigeria's economy? Okay, we look at the issues of of piracy, you know, and so much, if you like, exports that's going on, which is where the issue of the GDP and the rest comes in.
Okay.
How much impact does it have on the industry?
Okay, I'll have
We'll be looking at the issue of content as well.
Okay.
What it does to the moral
Okay.
of the industry.
Okay. He's overshot his time. But okay, your turn. State your claim because we need to go on a quick break.
I mean, the entertainment industry being a plus or minus, definitely a plus. You have to look at different angles, you know, from job revenue to how much is being made to attention from international media. There are a lot of things to look at, but it's definitely a plus. I mean, there are here and there are minuses, but the plus is on the big side.
All right. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll continue with the conversation. You too can be a part of it. You can join via mail or Twitter, mail at faceoff@channelstv.com, or tweet at faceofftoday, at faceofftoday, or at neotaigbe. That's for the Twitter handle. The hashtag is entertainment or hashtag Nigeria. We'll be back shortly. Don't go away.
Come and see, waiting, come and they do it. Now why for quality why cables where they can pay, brother and sister I beg where una they come and one light of your life. Now come and be Baba for quality wire where they can go. Cables of any kind of project. Come and one light of your life here. Oh yeah, light up your life, light up your house, light up your life. Now come and one light of your life here. Now come and be the Baba.
For Coleman Wire and Cables, we dey produce better electrical wire and cable for all building projects them and for oil and gas industry. All our cable and wire get local and international certificate and all are made in Nigeria. Hey, no buy baroof cable and wire. Make you ask any wire and cable dealer where they near you for Coleman. Coleman Wire and Cable, the world's power pipeline.
Wherever and whatever your banking needs, Guarantee Trust Bank will be there, now and into the future. Because you're at the heart of everything we do. Guarantee Trust Bank, proudly African, truly international.
Have you made your smartest ever investment yet? Dubai is where your search ends. Dubai is one of the hottest property markets, one of the most favourable cities for business, the hosts of the World Expo 2020, rapidly increasing rental incomes. Benefit from the best of Dubai with Damac Properties. Investment starts at $149,000 US. Call or visit now. Damac. Live the luxury.
What do parents across the world want in a school?
What do our parents want for us to be successful?
This is leadership.
Leadership is about breaking the odds, defying the norms, innovation, greatness, ideas, powers of intellectual reasoning.
People who have changed the world, turning dust to gold, did it mostly with academic excellence, boldness and invention, kept in their leadership inclination.
In Leadford Gate College, our name beacon, we lead. Leadership is our forte. We institutionalize academic excellence in our students. To lead forth is to open the gate of a new world where education is fully applied for humanity. Our leadership strategies expose students to more advanced skills in International General Certificates of Secondary Examinations, IGCSE, Year 11, as well as West African Examination Council Final Examinations, Year 12, and includes regular leadership training, home and abroad. Leadership is the objective of Leadford Gate College. Join us and witness it.
Welcome back. Quite a number of tweets already pouring in. Let me see if I can take just every job has its own good and bad sides, but in terms of the entertainment industry, it's a big blessing that occurs. That's coming from Efyong Ekmeyong. Ayo Shania says, Victor High is asking a very key question you're not addressing. How much tax has the entertainment industry contributed? Okay, well, these are just a few of the tweets that have come, but you can be a part of this conversation. We are here and we're good to go. You gave your opening statement second, you opened first. So you asked the first question.
Well, it's all well and good to celebrate. You know, when something is new, then it's okay, we get carried away by the euphoria. But remember that at a point in time in Sweden, two things Sweden was noted for, Volvo and ABBA. Now, ABBA was just one group, but it was so important, so critical to the Swedish economy that the only two things you talked about, you know, in Sweden at the time were Volvo and ABBA. Now we have so many singers, movie makers, and all that. And the question I ask is, what impact, seriously, has this made, you know, in terms of, you know, to the Nigerian economy and in building the Nigerian society?
Well, I'll answer by saying that where the country has failed the youths, entertainment has given hope. Okay, hope as in, if one of us makes it here, I believe every one of us can make it out there. Take, for example, Wizkid, a 24-year-old boy. He has all the money, right? He has the fame and success. But is that the message he's preaching? Unconsciously or subconsciously, he's preaching the message of, I can be successful. If I can be successful, every one of you out there can be successful. Off your talents, off your creativity, where people have failed us, where education has failed us, where the government has failed us, where you can't get jobs, even though you're finished with school, even though you have a degree. His creativity has helped him, has placed him up there. And to a large extent, he's quite influential. He has over 1 million followers on Twitter. If he can express that, if I can make it, every one of you can make it, by doing positive things, by doing the real things, then he's passed his message across, and I think he's fulfilled his...
By doing the real things, you said.
Yeah.
Someone here says it's superficial.
Exactly. You see, I find that I like what you said, that he's very influential.
Yes.
Now the key thing is, if he is influential, what kind of influence is he? I mean, other than saying, I can make it. I mean, of course, I can make it. Yahoo's, we hear all of that. Celebrating things like, you know, the base and banal things. Like, okay, you know, chop my money, you know, Yahoo, and all the lyrics that you hear that inspire people negatively. I mean, if you compare that, for instance, with what Sonny Okosun was doing in those days, where by their lyrics, they were able to force down
Can I ask you a
put
question?
in the public
Did Sonny
space.
Okosun have any songs
Yes.
that he was talking about a woman or trying to befriend a woman? Did he?
I don't understand your question.
What I'm saying, did he have any songs where he was wooing a woman?
No, I can't quite remember. The songs I remember are the freedom fighting songs. Songs I remember are Fela's songs that kept government on its toes.
Yeah.
You know, songs I remember are songs. I mean, we had musicians at the time who, for instance, were the conscience of the nation. Okay? And I ask today, where are these? I mean, if you look at today, you say to yourself, where are where are the remnants of the conscience of the nation? These were people who transformed, who were opinion, if like they were more than public opinion. Okay? They were the voice of the voiceless. And I ask today, with all the money and all the influence, imagine if any of these people with the kind of millions of followers, as you have said, that they have, if only they could use that voice to turn around and make people go to school, for instance. You know what I mean? Get young children to go to school, for instance.
But they are going to school.
No, that's not the point I'm making.
But they are going to school.
Influencing is what I'm saying.
But they are going to school.
No, I'm not talking about them going to school. I'm talking about them influencing their followers who would do anything for them. Okay? Using that power that they have to influence them positively, you know, to bring out those values that